Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my weekly update. As today is September 11, 2020. Couple news, great news for unemployment benefit. So, as you know, the Massachusetts application to receive a grant funding to pay additional weekly unemployment benefit to the claimant under the federal lost wage supplemental payments assistance program. And it has been approved by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. It's called FEMA, FEMA. So the application was submitted last week by Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency in coordination with the Department of Unemployment Assistance. So the FEMA authorized the grant will fund in additional $300 per week payment to those who are eligible for the 3 weeks ending on the August 1st, August 8th, and August 15th. The Massachusetts Department of Unemployment Assistance have already begun to working on the technology requirements that to support quickly deliver proactive fund to the eligible claimant for those weeks by the September 15th. So by the September 15th, any eligible claimant currently receive benefit who don't need to do anything to take the action, because the Commonwealth will automatically add on their weekly benefit payment proactive to the date that they are eligible. So checking on your unemployment benefit on the September 15th, you will see the additional amount, $300 on your paycheck. Another news is about the reopenings. So currently, Massachusetts is under the phase number 3. So upon the reopenings, all phase 1, 2, and 3 business must follow all the sector specifics, safety protocol, and the best practice guides. So those is signed by the Governor Becker on the May 18 and June 1st on 2020. So this document is intended to provide additional information on the business and the activity summaries in the reopening Massachusetts report. You can, for more information, you can visit the Reopenings Massachusetts website at the massachusetts.gov reopening. So they will provide you further information. But all the information is subject to revisions based on the latest public health data. And each phase will be last at least 3 weeks. It could be longer, depend on the public health data. And each phase may contain the multiple steps that the stater, the reopening date, and the business activity that's within that phase. So when you click on the mass.gov information detail, I leave here so you can see that more specific information is entitled to it. So you can see the categories, what kind of business, when they can reopen, and then additional comments. For example, you can see it's like the bank, right? Currently, they are allowed to open, but this business is required to comply with the mandatory workplace safety standard that they have to follow. If they don't, then they're not able to do it. Financial services, in-house services such as like the nanny, Babysitting is also currently allowed to open. The real estate is also currently allowed to open with the restriction. You see the construction, they're on phase 1 right now since May 18th. But you still need to follow the guidance detail for all construction business. Home remodel, same thing, phase 1. Home installations also on the phase 1. Manufacture, the worship, like church, temple, is also still under phase 1, but they still need to refer to the guidance for reopenings. Car wash, so they have a list, for you to check on if you are the business owner. Hair salon, for example, they still under phase 1 since May 25th. So you can keep rolling down to the list. You can see there is a lot of them that they are currently on phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3. And then if you click on the guidance, they will have more specific information for you. Okay, so I leave it there. For your information, you can click on it and find out more, okay? But as you know that right now, 3 small states, the Oregon, Washington, and Wyoming, so the total is 13 states that exempt for travel exempt, so if any Massachusetts residents or you going to those state, 13 state, you return and going to, you don't need to fill out the travel form or quarantines or like present your negative COVID test. So without those 13 state exam, any traveler coming or Massachusetts resident returning from non-exempt state, they need to fill out the travel form or choose between the quarantines for 2 weeks or provide a reasons native COVID test, COVID-19 test. So for people who do not to comply with those subjects, they are get fined for $500 per day. So be aware of that. Another things I would like to share is about 10 ways to prepare for start of school, because like the September 21st, Boston, all students will be back to school, even though on remotely, but they still they have a phase in for the student month by month, grade by grade. So this is the suggestion for 10 ways to repair. So the first thing, definitely practice hand washing for 20 seconds, right? And then like parents, make sure you practice to put the mask on and off with your child so they can get used to it. Same as practice the social distancing. Explain to your young child what does this mean, why we need to do it, and also like reminding them no huggings or handshake. Try to do the elbow, do not touch other people. Spend your child with more than one mask per day. So give them the extra mask in case, when they go to school, they drop it, they lost it, they have something extra to use. Maybe you supply them with the fabric mesh so they can be washed daily, and or maybe dispose of the paper mask after one use. Um, Another ways to support your child is have the emergency pickup plan for your for you. So if your child gets sick and need to go home, who will pick them up? Or who you can ask for help. Um, and also consider to purchase the thermometer to monitor your child health at home. Measure their temperature every single time, every single day, um, before going to school, even though after that. Talk to your doctor about your child's asthma plan if your child have the asthma. Update any medications, uh, one thing as far as I know is the Nibola will no longer be allowed in school. So talk to your school nurse and find out the plan, how you can support them. And also like familiar with yourself with the Boston Public School website. They have a lot of resources available to support the family during this time on the Boston Public School websites. Be aware of it, checking up regularly, any update maybe happens, and then also encourage other household member for those you come in regular contact with to practice a good social distance, wearing masks whenever it's possible. And last but not least, we purchase a reusable water bottle for your child to bring to school, so they can be repaired themselves. So at home, how you screening it? So every day, this is the recommendation. You must complete a home health screening checklist. The checklist, you don't need to submit to school, but this is the safe and a great thing for parents. So you may not forget thing. For example, measure your child temperature, make sure they have masks, the extra mask with them. So if your child sick or have any related symptom to the COVID-19, keep them at home. Do not send them to school. And then report the absence to your school administrator if the absence relate to the COVID-19. And also call the family's primary care doctor to schedule the testing for the COVID-19 if you suspect it happens. Rewriting about masks and social distance. So at this time, everyone is expected to wear a mask. Whenever it's inside of the buildings, outside of your home, you're going out to the street, you need to have masks on. So same as the Boston Public School buildings or on the school ground. So every child, every student will be expected to wear masks and have the social distance of 6 feet. Um, you know. So again, BBS expect our students and staff to bring and wear their own clothes mask whenever is possible and appropriate. So if anyone forget to have to bring their mask, it will be provided the disposal mask to wear on the bus or within the school building. But try to have the extra, provide the extra for your child so they can be using it when they need it to. Thank you for listening to my update new. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button to receive my upcoming video. Thank you and look forward to seeing you on the next video.